Hello and welcome to Quick Shifter Motorcycle Channel. We're going to have a look at the LS2 Valiant crash helmet. This one here that I have in my hand is actually my personal crash helmet. I use it when I'm teaching CVTs. I've lived with it now for about 6 months. Here we go. Okay, so the Valiant crash helmet, it weighs around about 1700 grams plus or minus 50 grams. Okay, that isn't bad for the type of crash helmet it is. These helmets are usually quite heavy compared to the full face helmets because of the moving mechanisms and the chin guards. Okay, it's good points. It's easy to use when you're out on the road, so it's not difficult. I don't have to mess about in order to pull my chin guard up if I need to. It's quite simple. I reach underneath, my thumb goes here, I push that button and I push it up. It's equally as simple to pull back down again. Poor points: if I don't put the visor up properly, it will scratch the visor. The Valiant will come down and scratch the visor, but I think that's a problem with most fit front crash helmets. She's ECE safety registered. Okay, so it's not DOT like the Americans use, which is no good anyway. So it is a safe crash helmet. Okay. Poor point: I don't like buckle clips personally. I much prefer the double D. They're safer. But again, this is my teaching helmet. I don't do long distance on it, and I think for 30-40 mile an hour, this is perfectly safe. On my HJC that I have a double D, and on my new crash helmet I will get a double D. Valiant tend to use these quite a lot apart from their race helmets. Okay. LS2, I quite like the LS2 helmets. I think they've got nice designs to them. Okay, I think LS2 should just use double Ds on all their helmets. I think all crash helmet companies, this is my personal message to all crash helmet companies, stop over engineering it, go back to a double D. I'm sure it's cheaper for you to manufacture and it's safer for us as motorcyclists to wear. It is noisy at high speed and it does weigh your head down a little bit, but that is the nature of a flip front crash helmet. You think you've got all of these areas here that are all to do with the mechanism for the chin guard to move up and down. The wind is going to rush through there. I haven't got the pin lock on mine yet, but they do come with a pin lock visor. I'll be putting mine on in the next week or two because of the change in seasons. All of this comes out, so if it gets a bit dirty in here, I can come along. I can actually strip my crash helmet out. Johnny told me off for not ever washing my crash helmet, so you know now I clean my helmets out, and the interior, the lining will come out. I'm not going to put it all out, but you can see, and then it gives you a chance to inspect the inside. So I can now inspect all the foam around here. Okay, all this top bit will come out. So you can clean your helmet if you're that way inclined. Personally, when they need cleaning, they're going thrown away from me. So yeah, that is the LS2 Valiant. This is the older one. They now have, after I bought this, they now bought the newer one out, which is slightly sleeker. We'll have a look at that in a different video. You will notice I've got a cardo attached to my crash helmet with the boom mic. We will do a review on the cardos at a later date. I will just say that I think they're quite brilliant now. As a system goes, as a motorcycle training system goes, or a communication system, I think they're very good. Like all communication systems, they could be better, but that comes down to interference, atmospheric interference, and how far away we are from each other. So yeah, the Valiant crash helmet, £279 retail. I'm sure if you went into most shops and you haggled a little bit, you might get it for £260, £265. Always worth a try. It's got its own sun visor on it, which is nice and useful. The thumb guard on this is a bit of an inconvenience for my cardo, but that's how I've set my crash helmet up, not how LS2 have made the crash helmet. So overall, I'd probably give this, if I was doing a 5-star rating on this crash helmet, I'd easily give this a 4.5 star rating on the crash helmet. It's comfortable. It's not overly expensive compared to a lot of the other flip front crash helmets. It has all the things that I need it to have. It's got air vents. It has a pin lock that can go on it. It has a sun visor. It's easy to use when you're on the road and riding to bring the chin guard down. It loses a point because of that.